queen, yeah. You got what you need, yeah. You know what I mean, Briana, the go-to stylist. Treat you like a diamond. Everything is love with Briana.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, your girl Briana Marie, and you're tuning into another video, but not just any other video. This is a part of the basics series. So today I'm going to be working on eyeshadow, and y'all know I'm the GOAT when it comes to it. I know what I'm doing when it comes to eyeshadow because it's just like the transition from starting makeup and not knowing anything to being self-taught and to be where I am today. It's just everything. So y'all, when I tell you this video, if y'all don't know how to do makeup and y'all just tuning in and y'all don't know me, hey, how y'all doing? My name is Briana Marie. I've been in the YouTube game for a long time, for about like probably 11 years now. I don't know. Oh, just how I was saying that. I started in 2014 and I am here to teach you how to do some makeup, and today is going to be the eyes. We teach you how to do the eyes, and I just really hope that y'all enjoy this video and enjoying so far the series. The first one is the eyebrows. So if you are coming in here and are asking like, no, I want to know how to do the eyebrows, like the eyebrows is looking really good, I do show y'all how to do the eyebrows. It is in episode 1. This is episode 2, and y'all, I just want y'all to get right into this. It's gonna eat. And the next one, y'all gotta be prepared for this because I have keratoconus in my eyes and I can't see, but I have to use my phone to do my wing liner. Y'all, that is gonna be on episode 3, if not then 4, because I don't know if y'all want a part 2 of what I was saying in this video. So y'all gotta watch the video to see why I said if y'all wanted a part 2. But anyways, without further ado, if y'all want to see how to do your eyeshadow and do it correctly, then keep on watching. Hey y'all, so we are back and we're going to be doing eyeshadow 101, just me and you girl, on how to blend your shadow. I want to strictly show you exactly what brushes I'm using, and although I use a lot of brushes, you really don't need that many brushes. You need about 3 brushes, and these are the 3 brushes that we're going to use today. I am also going to give suggestions on brushes to use for people with smaller lids. Brushes like these right here would be pencil brushes, a smaller like detail brush. Brushes like these I will use like underneath the eyes, but you have pencil brushes. This brush right here, because once we get into the shadow, I want to show you exactly what to do. This is like a flat shaded brush you can use for the shadow on the lid, or what I'm about to explain in a few. And then like fluffy brushes like this, and my famous Morphe 506 brush. Like this is my favorite brush, especially when doing detail work. I love this brush to get in the corners, the creases, any intricate look. I love a 506, but we're not doing an intricate look today. I'm going to show you just a simple 2 transition colors and a lid color. And boom, something simple. You can change the color, do it how you want. I am here to show you how to blend it. First things first, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with our Fizz Beauty base. Okay, this is my favorite base. It's almost about to be time for a new one, and I need to order some more. If y'all haven't shopped my site, go ahead and do so in the description bar below. I have some good products. We're sold out of the palette, y'all. I'm trying to see if I want to bring them back. I might not. I'm also in the makings of bringing y'all a new palette. I can't wait till it gets here. The sample is coming, and y'all already gonna know I'm gonna be trying it out. I won't be showing y'all how it looks, but I definitely want to show y'all how it tests. So I'm going to be trying it out. This is the first vendor. Hopefully the first vendor is really good, but if not, then you know, we're gonna move right along. Applying this, and you don't want to put too much on, just a little bit, because this product, a little bit goes a long way. So you really don't need that much. And you see I am not applying it all over the lid. I'm only applying it in the middle area, and that's all you need. Is just enough. Then this goes for concealer or base. I use base because with base you don't have to powder it. Back then when I used to do my looks, like if y'all would go way back when I first started, I would take concealer, and this way still applies as well. I'm letting my base sit. You don't have to hurry up and blend it out. You want it to dry and get tacky and then blend it out. That goes for concealer as well. So, but it would be a concealer that's a little bit lighter, which would be, I probably would use this one. And then I'll probably do a part 2. Let me know if y'all want a part 2 of eyeshadow blending, because this could be part 1, and I'll change the title later, but I can make a part 2 actually using the concealer the old way. But this is the way that I use it, and it works. They both work the same way. However, you will take your concealer, do the same thing I just did to apply it, let it sit a little bit, and then you will go ahead and take your powder, just a little bit, and powder that lid so where you won't have no creases at all. You will not have any creases at all. Try it that way and let me know how it works, because this is your first time doing it. But this way, it works regardless. I'm blending this out with a 142 concealer buffer brush from ZOEVA. This is the brush that you want to use when you're blending out your concealer or just any eyeshadow base. This brush too is a good one, and it is an alternative for this brush. They both look the same. This one is more denser, but this is a Real Technique Deluxe crease brush. Now, I don't know why they say crease brush. This looks like a concealer brush, and that goes to show you can do anything when it comes to makeup, because even though a brush says something or an eyeshadow says something or they tell you to apply it this way, there's so many ways to do things. It has some rules, okay? I'm gonna let you know now. You can use a blender brush like this to blend out this concealer, but it just don't sit right with me, okay? We're not gonna do that. So now that I let that dry down just a little bit, what you're gonna do is you're going to tap, starting from the middle, and just go ahead and tap. Never drag. If I ever see y'all dragging your brush like this, I'm gonna come through that screen. I'm gonna get y'all, because there is no way you should be doing that. I know this process takes time, and I also too know that when dragging it and stuff like that, it's like a rush thing, and you don't want to do that. Don't do that. Patting, it takes time, but just do it, okay? And I just start tapping the edges out and blending everything together. And as you can see, that base is just perfect. All these steps, and I'm telling you, it's gonna come out just like it. Like, literally sit there and study the video, okay? I promise you, when I started, it was not easy, but I would sit down and watch as many videos as I could, and I kept doing it. Like, I was passionate enough to just be like, I have to get this right. Like, I don't care how I look. I just know that I'm gonna get this, and it's gonna be fire, and I'm gonna love it, because I just know what I'm doing. I feel good to know that one day it's gonna be fire, okay? And nowadays, makeup tutorials, technology, versus from back in the day. I'm saying like I'm so old, but it was during the time where, you know, the internet was just created, okay, for me. So, but that was like when I was kind of little. Well, no, I wasn't even little like that. Like, no, not like baby. I was like, I think a teenager when it's like, you know, came out. It just started getting popping around that time. Our topic, but just keep doing it, y'all. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. The more you keep doing it, I'm telling you, you're gonna get better at it. And you have to have a passion behind something that you love in order to succeed in it. It's only right, because when I tell you I would eat, breathe, sleep makeup, like it was somehow that I just know that I want to get better at this. When it comes to brush choices, the first brush that I want to get is a flat brush. Since my eyes are big, I want to go with this large shader brush. They literally have a small version, like I was just saying, for people who don't have very big eye spaces. You would probably use this. The first shade that I'm going to pick is out of this palette. This is the Makeup Addiction Flamin' Love palette. If y'all know this palette, y'all already know I was a back in the day guru. I want to go ahead and take this color right here, a very rich chocolate brown, and we're going to use this because we want some type of depth. We're going to go ahead and apply this right on the outer parts of our lid. But before then, starting with your shadow, go ahead and tap this out, because as you can see, you're going to crease, because I'm looking up, obviously. That's why I said with the concealer method and powder, you're not going to do that. All you have to do is apply your shadows. But with that, and the powder with the concealer. It's just, if y'all want that, I'll tell y'all. I don't want to give too much out because we're not talking about that. This flat large shader brush, go all the way on the last lash line. And also too, make sure when you're picking up this shadow that you're tapping it off. And you're going to pat. Do not go up. We're going to pat in the same area until we start moving forward. So we're going to go ahead and start moving forward, but pack the eyeshadow on until you get a smooth consistency, so it's like, you know, no see-through patches. All the concealer part is covered up with that. And you're going to go ahead and just start moving forward into the inner crease by making a small C-shaped circle. And make sure you're not going on the lid, but make sure you're going above it. A small C-shaped circle, and make some space. That's why I'm staying low and not going above, because you want to save some space for the second shade. We're only working with 2 shades today. That's really all you need when you're working with simple stuff. You know, you could do any color you want. This could be green and that could be pink. It don't matter. You want to do what I'm doing step by step, and I want to do the same on this lid as well. Now that we have this going on, and now we're gonna go ahead and take our second color. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. You take a more denser brush like this one. It's going to pack the color on, versus from when you take a brush like this that's more fluffy, it's going to airbrush and blend the colors out, if that makes sense. It's going to be a softer look. It's not going to be as harsh as I would have taken this denser brush. It's going to make your colors more airbrush. So the color I'm going to be going in with is a beautiful color that I am totally out of. Like, the pan is gone. Like, it ain't even hit pan. It's like in the pan. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and put 50% of the brush on top of that first color we applied, and the other 50 will be sitting right above. Going to tap. We're not going in windshield wiper motions. Go ahead and tap, because I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, but we're going to go ahead and just tap this on. Don't worry about the color falling onto the first color. Don't worry about that. We're going to go ahead and start tapping. So you see how it's diffusing it and how we're staying low, and you don't really have to work to blend the color out because this brush is doing it for you. You're going to go ahead and tap. I'm going to tell you what brush this is in just a second. While we're tapping, make sure you're leaving space by the brow bone, because you don't want the brow bone to be covered. You still want that concealer picking through. It's going to make that look pop. As I get to the beginning of the brow, I'm going to go ahead and start coming up on that brow. I'm going to go ahead and start coming up on that brow, because this is where we're going to have our nose contour fade into the shadow. Making sure I'm not really hitting the brow bone area and leaving some space for it. But as I get towards the front, I am tapping an area and making it more diffused, so they can all just look as in like, dang, like you just blended that in. Like, that looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and do this eye. I'm going to take a more denser fluffy brush, but I'm going to use this for the first color that I packed on. I like using a flat brush for packing the colors on first, because I feel like I have more control over it and I can blend it out. I will be able to blend it out, and I'm going to show you how. I want to go ahead and take this fluffy brush. This is a Morphe 441. The last brush that I used, that was for the second shade. is a Jaclyn Hill 30 brush. I have to take them out the pod. This one is called Brownie. That's the color. That's what the color is called. It's called Brownie. I'm going to go into Brownie yet again. And I'm going to take that. Make sure you get it on the tip of the brush as well. Swirl it into the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and start to blend this in how we used it for the outer corner. After you packed it on, you're going to go ahead and start swirling it. Make sure you're staying low. Make sure you're staying low, okay? Sometimes, I honestly think it's best that it's okay if you cover the lid. But make sure you're staying low in that crease. Tap and swirl. Tap and swirl like I'm that girl. Tap and swirl like I'm that girl. So now we get this, a very diffused brown color. Like, I just love it. Okay. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Make sure you are diffusing it, staying low while diffusing the edges. As you can see, this is not blended. Those edges aren't blended. These edges are. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. So now that this is blended, you're gonna go back in with the second color and make sure everything is intertwined and blended. And I'm staying low. As you can see, I am not going up. Like, I'm staying low, just like that. This is how it should be blended. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our lid shade. Okay, now you can either do one or two things when it comes to this, but I'm gonna show you one of the two. You can go ahead and take this shadow that we're gonna go ahead and apply to our lid. You can either take a nude one or just, like I said, any type of shadow. Take your fingers, dip it into the shadow, and apply it without doing this second method that I'm about to tell you. I am gonna go ahead and take a little bit more base, just like a dot, because you don't want to take too much. We're not covering up anything. We're just basically opening up the lid to create another space. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it, just that much. That's all I need. It's no specific way to apply this or where to apply it. I just apply it right there in the center. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry down a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and blend this out. Crease brush that I was telling y'all about, that is not a crease brush for me. It's a concealer buffer brush. And I'm going to go ahead and buff it out. But let's go ahead and let this dry to where we did before we applied our shadow. And yeah, but let's just let this sit. Let this marinate. Okay. We're gonna take our brush and we're gonna go ahead and start tapping it towards the front and tapping it into like this circle. Tapping into this circle to open up that lid area. This is called my famous no cut crease look. And then yes, you're gonna go ahead and take some of that back onto that brown, because it doesn't even matter. We're gonna go ahead and pack that brown back on anyway, but go ahead and just start packing it. We're gonna go ahead and just start packing it around, just going round motions when packing this. All right, so now that it looks just like this, I'm gonna go ahead and take this gold. Now the best thing to do when it comes to shimmer is to apply with your finger. The name of this gold is called Goldilocks, okay? And I want to use another one of her pigments. That's so pretty. She always had the best. So I used to get so excited when using her stuff. I'm going to go ahead and take this. We're not going to apply this towards the back. We're going to stay in the right on the lid with this. Oh my god. And we're just going to pack this on. Pack it. Pack this on. Making sure that we don't interfere towards the back area. We're just keeping it right in that middle area for now. Just pack it in the center first, because we're going to go ahead and diffuse out the edges of that gold. And I'm actually not going over all of it. blend this out, we're gonna go ahead and take another brush, which is the Morphe 506. I said I wasn't taking a lot of brushes, but to blend this out, we have to. I'll take the Morphe 506 because it's so tiny. It's just like this super tiny brush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start diffusing that gold out. Go ahead and start diffusing it and just blend it. Don't pick up no more. Just go ahead and blend it out. I'm gonna go ahead and just diffuse it. Because one thing you don't want is when you're applying it and you're applying it all the way in here with your finger, it's going to be the most intense. It's going to be so intense. You don't want that. You want it to be blended, blend out the edges, go in circular motions. So now that we have this blended, I'm going to go ahead and take that second color and blend it towards the front. The same brush, and tapping this color of the outer edges. We're doing this to like fade it in. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that brush, the Morphe 441, back again, and we're gonna close up the outer edges with this color, but just on the outer parts. Go ahead and just tap, 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 tap. As I said before, I am going to be adding a shimmer shade, and this is going to be super easy to apply. I'm going to go ahead and add this shade from Makeup Addiction. It is called Gold Rush. A fluffy brush to pack this on. Morphe 535. And tap it just like that. Just tap it, and then tap it on top of the gold, but not going out. Like how I told y'all to stay in the middle. Stay in the middle with this. Do not go on the outer edges. Just tap. The tip of the brush is going to do its work anyway. I'm going to go ahead and do my wing liner off camera. That will be a separate video. Okay, that might even be next if y'all ask for the part 2. I'll see y'all when it's time to apply these lashes. All right, y'all, so my lavalier mic has died. I had to go charge it, but anyways, I added my lashes in my wing liner. I'm also going to go ahead and start my face, but I want to come back when it's time to do the under eye because I want to show you exactly how I smoke out the lower lash line and what brushes to use for that. And yeah, y'all, I'll be back with my final look. I am back. I had to go ahead and do my face and stuff off the camera. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the under eye. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Really not going to put a lot. I really want to stay out in the outer corner with this. A shader brush. This is from Makeup Addiction. It's a smudge brush, and I'm going to go ahead and take that first color. Is the Fudge palette. I mean, this is the shade Brownie. We have a problem with this too. The lower lash line. Smudge it underneath. Going with your lower lash line. Now the brushes that I was telling you, this brush that I'm going to use is good for like a pencil brush. And what you're going to do is grab that shade that we used for the second transition, and we're going to go underneath the eye. Take that rule that I said, that 50-50 rule, stay on top of the shadow, and then the other part of the brush is going to be directly on underneath the shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my waterline color. So I add the black in my waterline just a little bit. I want to go ahead and add this mascara. And then I'm going to finish the face up off camera, but I definitely want to show y'all my lip. So for lips, I'm going to go ahead and take the Juvia's Place. And for lips, for the inner part of the lips, I want to go ahead and take Chocolate Wasted Fat Dose of Colors, y'all. It's giving very much fall. This is the final lip. I am going to go ahead and spray my face and do everything off camera. And I'm going to come right back. All right, y'all. So I did everything off camera, and this is how it turned out, y'all. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this eyeshadow look. I hope that y'all learned something, because that's the main goal, is for y'all to come out of this video knowing how to do something. And I just know y'all did. If y'all watch it step by step, I know y'all did. Like, this whole look came out so fire. It's a vibe. But until then, y'all, I'm gonna see y'all on either part 2. It's going to be my next video. So see y'all later.